Okay, I got the air conditioner on because it's like 90 degrees in the Midwest and we just had a tornado. I didn't have one, but I mean, I heard that tornado tore up, the white areas, not being racist. I'm in a pretty mixed race area right now, so, I'm good. Thank God. Hopefully, no good people died. Um, I don't even think it was lethal, but I'm not a fan of Power Rangers anymore. I'm casual. I used to watch it as a kid, but I'm a young adult now, so I'm gonna go back and do a tier list. Now I'm gonna start with MMPR. I'm Gen Z, and MMPR basically. What? I'm gonna change the names of these tiers. Hold up a minute. Mediocre. Let me see how you spell that. Mediocre. Oh, okay. Okay, medium. Okay, I did it right, okay. Okay, I got mid for my white homies and height for my Negroes. Height for my Negroes, we really want to be dramatic at the cookout. Now, D is just trash. What? Yeah, I was about to make that Z, but Z is usually the best rank in a Dragon Ball game. A is good. S is peak. Okay, MMPR is based off Zoo Ranger. Zoo Ranger is themed around a group of teenagers who know martial arts, dinosaurs, and technology, and no shit, right? But I have to say that because the theming of the Super Sentai show that the Power Rangers show is based on is going to be very important in a minute. And I'm going to put MMPR in trash because, one, the special effects are trash. They definitely needed some CG. Of course, this came out the same this came out the same year as Transformers Beast Wars. So obviously 3D was not accessible, but it's like the first 3D cartoon / movie was Transformers Beast Wars. So Mighty Morphins and trash was cringe. The special effects are trash, even though the story's mid. So season 2, a huge problem with season 2 is that it's based off Die Ranger, and Die Ranger is basically about Chinese martial artists who have suits themed around Sun Wukong, and they have the Chinese Saint Beast as Zords. You know how in Yu Yu Hakusho, the Saint Beast, you have the bird, the turtle, the tiger, and the dragon? Well, that's what the Zords were, except the problem is that due to nostalgia, in the fact that, Power Rangers was marketed toward kids instead of kids and teenagers like the Super Sentai, they did not want to confuse the kids or the nostalgia heads with the suits, so they kept the same suits. So, Rocky's suit looks like a dragon. Asia's suit does not look like, I don't even know. Let me see what the Yellow Thunder Zord is. Okay, the Yellow Thunder Zord is a griffin. Let me see. I think I saw. Yeah, okay, the griffin wasn't Shovel Knight. Okay. So a griffin has the body of a lion and the head of a bird. So obviously, the Yellow Mighty Morphin suit is based off of like a saber-toothed tiger. So, the thing is, a saber-toothed tiger looks exactly like a lion besides the mane. So, the suit matches with half of the Griffin Zord except for the head. And then Adam has, as his Thunder Zord is a turtle. And I guess you could say, if you squint from a distance, you could say the lion trunk, the elephant trunk is the top of the turtle's mouth, and Adam's visor is the nostrils, but that's a stretch. Let me see the pink. Wait, who's the pink MMPRC? Oh, Catherine, yeah. Yeah, of course she has the Mighty Morphin pink suit that looks like, the Thunderbird. And obviously, Billy has the Triceratops. So, that does look like, the Unicorn Zord or whatever. The other Saint Beast, man. Yeah. The reason this one's in trash was it's even more cringe. They ran out of footage, right? And obviously they did not want to change the suits. So, they're using beat up suits. And, yes, Tanya and Adam's helmets do slightly look like their Zord, but it's only like halfway to all the way. And, it just doesn't look right, half of the time to most of the time. But if you squint, it doesn't. And plus, more cringe. Now, season 3, it's basically based off Kaku Ranger, and Kaku Ranger is basically just, ninjas, which, it's the Ninja Super Sentai, right? Really, I think the first one of the first ones, well, it's made in Japan, so of course they will have a ninja season. But, what I did like is that with the Zords, the Ninja Zords, is that they are not based off the Kaku Ranger suits. So, and also the Kaku Ranger suits, the MMPR Rangers for season 3, where they don't wear the actual Power Rangers suit. They wear actually the ninja suit from Kaku Ranger. So that it doesn't matter if the Zords look like the suits. That's one thing. This show is still cringy, but the villains are actually intimidating this time, so that's a plus in writing. I'm gonna put this show in mid, honestly, because the writing is better and the villains are threatening. Now the movie, I'm gonna put the movie, it was like a kid's movie, so I don't like it, because like I'm not a kid anymore. But if I were to put the movie somewhere, I would say for a kid, it would be good. But I'm gonna put it in mid because I'm not really a little kid anymore. I'm still technically a kid, but just older. Now we got Alien Rangers, okay. The thing is, it was cringe how they turned the Rangers into kids, which Alien Rangers is just the second half of season 3 when they run out of footage. It was cringe when they turned them into kids, so I could put them in trash for cringe. But them Kaku Ranger suits do look real good. In season 3 and Alien Rangers got that extended theme song, which don't got nothing on Kaku Ranger's theme. But if I were to be honest, the kid stuff is cringe. The Alien Rangers is cringe. I do like how the Alien Rangers is alien ninjas on another planet. Sestros was my Negro. You gotta have the intellectual Negro to prove that, black people are not stupid, because, you got a lot of racist parents turning on the TV screen. So, that's cool. You know, for any of my white homies that I have now, and you got what's her name, Delphine. You know, she was you know, yes, right. I'm gonna put. What do you say? Okay, I'm gonna put this show in mediocre. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put this show in mediocre. You know what? They have an Alien Rangers logo on here too. Um, Now we have Zeo. No, I'm gonna put. No, I should put Alien Rangers in. No, I can't. Alien Rangers would be in trash, but the suits are good. Zeo is in trash because the writing is worse than season 3. And the movie, like the villains are not threatening. You know, it's mainly carried by the Zeo theme and the Gold Ranger theme, right? It would be in peak if it was just the theme song. Now, Turbo, the first half is trash because the actors are supposed to be teenagers, but they're obviously 25 and nobody wants to be here. You know, obviously, Johnny Young Bosch was like, man, you know, I'm playing the Green Ranger. I thought I was gonna finna be making millions. Now, you know, this is like, you know, one of the most popular superhero shows. I thought I was gonna make it to the MCU, but Johnny Young Bosch did end up voicing Broly, who is a Green Super Saiyan, and he plays a Green Ranger. So he's making good money voice acting. A lot of the cast from the Power Rangers villains did voice acting, but you know, majority of the Power Rangers actors ain't getting paid. I mean, Zack is still my Negro in Black, you know, one of the best Power Rangers, but, you know, I know black people's gonna be mad I don't got MMPR season 1 at peak because of Zack, but, if I'm being objective, he's one of the only good characters on that show. So the first half of Turbo is trash because none of the actors literally want to be there, right? Like, none of the actors want to be there. They're too old, they're burnt out, and plus they don't know how to write characters who are adults. I mean, the plots are just boring, right? Like, you know, clearly they don't understand that they weren't in school with the Ninja Quest in season 3, right? That they was actually meeting their ancestors, which was better than the Ninja Quest and Cock Ranger. That was just character development. Okay, the reason I'm gonna put in mediocre instead of trash because from a plot reason it's alright, but from an acting reason it's trash. So it's just in between. Right now I'm gonna do the second half of Turbo. Right, with the cast change, right? TJ's my Negro. At the end of the day, you know, the villains are still cringe. You know, Carlos is cool. Ashley's cool. You know, Justin's cool. The actor's an adult. He should totally come back. Man, I heard that dude has a Maserati. He's like rich now and everything. So, you know, homeboy, you know, made it out the trenches. He made it out the trailer parks, so they could bring him back. But Turbo has one of the best epilogues with him being defeated. Now within space, like, are you really gonna sit and make TJ blue and replace it with a white dude? But no, I'm just trolling. My favorite, one of my favorite Red Rangers, and my favorite is Andros. He's like Luke Skywalker with drip, aka not with that trash 70s haircut. Plus he's a lone wolf, and you know, lone wolves are cool. You know, they get all the women. Plus TJ still acted like leader more, so it's not really the motion. But In Space was the best because they actually changed the cast, so the people there actually were young adults, so they actually like getting underpaid too. That was cool. Plus, you know, they have like the air, fire, water, and earth dynamic with the personalities like in Yu Yu Hakusho or Avatar. No pun intended. I hate Avatar. It's just Naruto, but worse. Okay, Lost Galaxy is just in space, but worse. The only shows out of these I watched as a kid was Turbo, In Space, MNPR Season 3 / Alien Rangers. The other ones I did not watch or I just dropped. Lost Galaxy gets a good, but the plot is good, but you know they reuse the same concept with them in space. You know they had my homeboy Damon being the black slave, but you know it's good. You know at the end of the day he's the black guy, he's the engineer. You know he's the intellectual, the pseudo intellectual Negro like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Leo and his brother were cool. Leo was just Sky Tate but worse. And the yellow and the pink was chill. Shout out to the cancer battle. Glad she survived. Now Time Force is in peak because the cast has good chemistry. The Blue Ranger was mid. You know everybody has their good character dynamics. Trip was a nerd that wanted to be cool, but he wasn't cringe like every other nerdy Power Ranger besides Damon, what's the dude from Lost Galaxy, and the dude from Dino Thunder or whatever. Yeah. Also, the dynamic between Wes and Eric was cool. You know, Eric, man, he gave me Derek Chauvin vibes at first, man. Low key, man, like, man, they had to stop Homeboy from being racist because he was really discriminating. But that Quantum Ranger morph was cool. Okay, where's Lightspeed? Lightspeed. The thing is, the Blue Ranger was trash. And the yellow was trash though. Like even like Lost Galaxy, all the characters, Lost Galaxy, Time Force, in space, all the characters, you know, got some type of chemistry. And even Turbo was, that's the same cast as in space. Like with Lost Galaxy, the Green Ranger and Mrs. F is funny. The red, the pink, and gray Ranger's cool, and plus the villains ain't threatening. I gotta put this show in mid. Plus, I mean, Turbo does the whole car thing better, but they're race cars instead of emergency vehicles. Wild Force, cringe. Ninja Storm, I don't want to talk about it because the actor for the Red Ranger and Wild Force pulled a Salento. You know, they watched me whipped and nay dudes who said they fell off. But Ninja Storm, I gotta put in an 8 because I'm not gonna sit and like watch it like good. I'll like watch it once. Peak, like I'll rewatch it, or good, I may rewatch it half of the time. So Dino Thunder, I never watched it, but I have watched like the first half. I don't like the Dino theme, right? But Tommy Oliver's back. I do think all the characters are useful, but the Sixth Ranger really kind of came late with the whole evil White Ranger thing. Like he did not, well, the dude had amnesia, but he did not have like the character chemistry like that. But objectively, it's a good written show. Samurai's in cringe. Actually, I grew up on Samurai Megaforce, right? Man, where should I put Megaforce? The thing is, Jaden's haircut is trash. In Samurai, his haircut's trash. You got the black dude his powers are swinging, bro. Embarrassment to the community right there. In Megaforce, I'm just gonna say it. No offense to the actor for Noah, but you still wearing that same GT Gohan fit in real life at them conventions. The actor for Noah looks like the Latino version. Like the white Latino version. I'm not even gonna say Afro Latino because they're at least like 15% black. That's embarrassing. The actor for No looks like the white Latino version of GT Gohan. And GT Gohan was at least cool when he took the suit jacket off, the tie and glasses. Like, No was trash. It was just cringe. Like, it's like they did Mighty Morphin's style of humor in the present day. The only cool Rangers on there was Troy, the Red Ranger, because he had a Future Trunks haircut, right? And he was a fan of DBZ. Where I was a fan of Troy. The yellow was cool. And who else? The Black Ranger was Dino Charge got too many Rangers on there, man. They got too many people on there. I had to drop the show. Like, it's padded, you know. So while they made the black chick pink, while they actually give a black woman a non-feminine color, but no, for real, the chick from Time Force, the black chick, was a cool Yellow Ranger. Ninja Steel, I like ninjas, but I'm a Naruto fan. But honestly, I gotta put it in trash, because it's just cringe. Dino Fury, honestly, it's gotta be a mediocre, because it's definitely not Dino Charge. I watched SPD. They kind of got too many Rangers. It's not as bad as Dino Charge though, but they still introducing Dino Charge Rangers. Now, the only good thing Dino Fury did, Megaforce did, and the Boom Power Rangers comics did, was basically make the Die Rangers canon, because that Die Ranger red and green suit was cold. That's one good thing Megaforce did, and Dino Fury did, by saying the Morphin Grid, basically, in the comics too, by saying that the Morphin Grid, or the Morphin Master, the guy who creates the Power Rangers powers, wear the Die Ranger suits. Mystic Force is cringe. The only good Ranger on there was who was it? The Blue Ranger, because she hated the color pink. That's women IRL. Operation Over Trash. Jungle Fury is cringe. Plus, I don't like the way the suits looked. Plus, it's mid too. RPM has good writing. I'm gonna put RPM in good. I'm gonna put it in good, because I don't really like the Black Ranger. You know, the dude's drip or whatever. But I can't. This is not a drip tier list. No, but I'll put RPM in peak, but I'm not gonna rank it on the Black Ranger's haircut. But Andros' haircut was kind of Beast Morphers gets what is Hyper Force, bro? Okay, this is a bunch of YouTubers. Okay, so this is like one of them fourth wall break type of things. I can't really say. I mean, it's like when they did that JoJo's convention, and basically the JoJo's fan had a stand, or like Xenoverse and Shinobi Strikers, where you create your own character. I don't know where to put this. I did watch when I was a kid. What's his name? The Black Nerd or whatever. The dude who's the Hyperforce Blue. Okay. Yeah. Majority of this franchise is just mid and trash. Which is embarrassing. That's why I stopped watching this as a kid. I look at a moment here and there, but on the tier list, I'm gonna make sure I reorganize this. Time Force over Space was, special effects. SPD is worse rated than RPM. It's worse written. Turbo had a good epilogue, but the first half of the second half, before the epilogue was Lost Galaxy reused concept on. I'll put should I put Dino Thunder over Turbo? I like Lost Galaxy more than Dino Thunder. I like the Lightspeed Rescue cast a little bit more than the MMPR cast. I don't like the Ninja Storm cast out of them. The Beast Morphers cast, I mess with almost as much as the Lightspeed Rescue cast. Season 3 and Alien Morphers is the same thing. The only reason, you know what? I'll move Turbo because the only reason Dino Fury has a better cast, and the only reason the Turbo movie's here is because the movie was good, not the first half of Turbo, even though I'm including them. Season 2 is the most cringe out of any Mighty Morphin season. Zeo is cringe, carried by theme song. Wild Force is the epitome of cringe. Samurai is cringe, but not as much as those shows. Zeo's carried by his theme song, so I'm just gonna move Zeo to the bottom. Mystic Force has a cast that has like the way they're written, no offense to the actual actors, but the cast is and plus I don't like the magic thing, but it's objectively better written than Zeo, though I like Zeo more. Jungle Fury is just mid to the point where like they know what I like the Kung Fu theme more in Mystic Force. It's just overly mid. Operation over trash. Ninja Steel. It's more mid than Jungle Fury, but they got ninjas, so Wild Force is way more cringe. Okay, I'm done with this tier list.